I'm stranded miles away from civilization, and all I have are these 8 Shark Tank items to survive.
Oh no, here comes a treat.
The swamp literally smells like sewage. I think this thing is pretty much a solar death ray.
I'll be testing each Shark Tank product to see if it can actually help me survive in the wilderness, or if it's just a total waste of money.
Starting with fire. And thankfully Shark Tank has the perfect product for us. InstaFire promises to make starting a fire in any conditions easy. Even on wet wood, snow, high winds, or floating on water. Let's see if InstaFire lights as easy as they say, or if it's just burning a hole in your pocket. Wow, it's actually on fire. I can't believe that actually works. Lighting it on fire in the water, look at that, it's like a sailboat going. Well, the InstaFire works great, even in water, like advertised. And for $2 just for a tiny packet?
That product was fire. Let's hope this next product can help me find clean water.
And this, the Lark self-purifying water bottle, broke records as the highest asking valuation product ever to appear on Shark Tank. And they even secured a deal for $1 million in exchange for only 4% equity. Apparently the battery life on these things can last up to a month.
And the reason it needs batteries is because this UV light shines into the water bottle and kills all the bacteria.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, little grass. Oh. Well. Oh my, the swamp literally smells like sewage. All right, let's hope this thing does its job. Otherwise, I'm gonna be sick tonight. My hands smell like swamp. Hopefully my water doesn't. All right, let's see how this thing's doing. It looks like water, but there's certainly some floaties in there. All right, let's give this a try. I'm kind of scared. All right, screw it, no lid. It actually tastes great. You'd never know that came right out of this swamp. If you're just going camping one time, I don't know if this water bottle is worth it, but if you're serious about your camping and water purification, this bottle is a deal for sure. And now that I've clean water, it's time to set up my shelter. The Nube Shelter, a suspended air-to-ground shelter that claims to keep you safe from insects. Richard and Julie Rhett pitched their flagship Nube Shelter, seeking $175,000 in exchange for 15% equity. Oh, okay. Kind of a gigantic pain to set up. The fly net is pretty good. It's got gear storage underneath. For 330 bucks though, I think this thing is a giant waste of money. And it didn't even come with a hammock. I don't think it's worth it, but the real test will be how it does tonight. Things are gonna heat up with our next product. This is the Tactobite fish call. It uses built-in speakers to mimic the sound of feeding and schooling fish so that hopefully predators nearby will come bite your hook. In season 8, episode 2 of Shark Tank, father and son team Jeff and Jack Danos pitched their product, the Tactobite Fish Call. They asked for $150,000 in exchange for 10% equity. So let's see how it goes. Ooh, I just saw one jump. Oh no. Let's try that again. Okay, hopefully we can catch some fish. Oh, look at that. That was a big flopper out there. If I don't catch a fish by sundown, I'm going to bed hungry. And I am really sick of doing that in these videos. Maybe if enough of you hit that subscribe button, I'll catch a fish. All right, let's see if I can even cast this now. All right, here we go. Oh, look at that.
After a ton of failure, I decided to give the fish call one more try. And yeah, I totally failed again.
Oh no! I guess the string isn't that long. And it didn't take long before I got my first catch. Woohoo, that's a promising cast. Oh yeah, flopper! I got a flopper! Fish is flopping on, oh, that's tiny. That is a flopper right there. Come on, buddy. I'm not gonna stab you, fear not, it'll be worse. Well, we caught fish at least. Not quite as big as I'd hoped. And I feel bad for him, but we'll see if that can be dinner tonight.
And when it comes to the fish call, I'm definitely out because it didn't help me fish, and the only thing it made me look is stupid.
Our next product is the Soul Source Sport, which is a portable parabolic solar cooker crafted to let you cook outdoors with nothing else but the sun. But does it actually cook? I think this thing is pretty much a solar death ray. Let's see if we can cook my fish I caught earlier on this thing. This thing worked really well when it was sunny out, but now that it's cloudy, I'm not so sure. I left the fish on this thing for hours, but it didn't really cook at all. Probably because of the clouds.
Relying on perfect weather to cook your meal is honestly pretty terrible.
Oh, my flopper.
And unfortunately for me, I'm running out of options to cook my dinner.
And the clouds are rolling in. There is no way this thing's gonna be making my dinner tonight. I'm out on this one. So we're gonna have to cook over our fire with another Shark Tank product, the Bare Minimum, which promises to be an ultra lightweight, fit in your pocket cooking solution. And it's apparently made of food grade materials. I don't know if I believe that. Kind of feels like a tarp. The couple accepted Seminoff's offer for $100,000 for 25% equity on the air. So let's see if we can use this to cook up our fish.
Yeah, I'm using the InstaFire here again because this stuff is awesome.
I don't know how I feel about this thing. Basically a big thing of plastic I just put on my fire. It's definitely gotta be not good for you. I guess you probably shouldn't put it over the fire like this, and it would be better on a camp stove. But on the bright side, our fish is cooking. I think for 30 bucks you could save your money and just buy an aluminum pot. This thing is just melting and it smells like burning plastic all over my fish. I'm out on this one.
Looks like I'm officially going to bed hungry. And it's our mystery product, Lumade.
A solar-powered, compact, inflatable design that's perfect for emergencies, humanitarian aid, and outdoor adventures. And supposedly, they're waterproof too. Seeking $200,000 for 10% equity, implying a $2 million valuation. Their inflatable solar-powered lanterns impressed all 5 sharks. Ultimately, they accepted Mark Cuban's offer for $200,000 for 15% equity. So I left this guy out all day to charge. Let's see how it does.
Wow, that's pretty sweet. It's super bright, tons of colors, and it charges your phone. But I'm really curious, is it actually waterproof? Let's go waterboard it and find out. I think it's pretty waterproof. For 25 bucks a pop, these things are really nice. I think it's a deal. Now, we just need to see how our shelter holds up. I have one more crazy product to help with our watery escape in the morning.
Good night. I just heard the biggest splash in the water. Good morning, good morning. The shelter held up last night, but doesn't change the fact that sleeping in a hammock sucks. I'd much rather sleep in a $50 tent and a $20 cot on the ground than this thing.
So the new base shelter officially wasn't worth it, which brings me to our final product and my only way to escape back to civilization.
The world's first folding origami-inspired kayak. It folds up into the size of a suitcase, yet unfolds into a durable, watertight boat. Let's see if this kayak folds under the pressure.
And setting this thing up really had me excited to take it out on the water.
I don't know, this is harder than I thought. This thing's actually pretty cool. Super lightweight. This thing was kind of hard to assemble, but not too bad. Let's see how it does downriver. All right, here goes nothing. Oh! Oh man, I'm gonna sink so hard. Oh no, my boat. My boat. Man, we're really putting this thing to the test. With all the rocks, we could really puncture this. Oh yeah, oh man. Oh yeah, big drop. Whoa dude, water in the hopper. Oh, woo! I am sitting in sauce. You gotta be super careful to not fill this thing up with water if I get stuck on a rock. Oh no, here comes a tree. Ow! Oh man, I'm gonna get murdered by all these trees. Oh man, I almost lost my paddle. Oh, now we can relax. Man, this is beautiful. And away we go. This is actually so much fun. I love this. Love being on the water. This kayak is certainly doing great too, and I'm certainly putting it through its paces. Woo! This thing rocks. For the price of 400 bucks, this thing's a deal. This is my favorite product of the whole video. I would buy 5 of these if I needed 5, but I don't. Over the next 24 hours, I'm out here in the cold wilderness using only the world's cheapest survival gear.
And I am going to be using the world's most expensive survival gear.
We'll be going head to head to see if all that money really makes a difference. Whoever completes the most objectives first wins.